What's up, guys? Welcome to another exciting edition of Real Estate Podcast, episode 388. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And we just got done watching the weirdest James Bond film with Adam.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was a trip, though, wasn't it?
Trip and a half. Watch Queer.
Yes, we did.
And it was living up to its namesake.
So this was the prequel to Naked Lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I did
gotta
a
make
little-
Junkie next. I mean,
Yeah. I did a little research on this. So Burroughs apparently wrote Junkie, then Queer, and then Naked Lunch. And the main character in all three is William Lee or Bill Lee, whichever
Yeah.
one he's kind of going by. And it's, it's him.
yeah.
It's his thing. It's him doing his thing. So, and it kind of covers different time periods because, he had a substance abuse problem, junkie, and then Queer's about a lot of different stuff. His relationship with his wife, him accidentally murdering his wife, his other relationships.
That's right. Did he
Yeah.
shoot the glass off her head?
He shot her in the head while he
So
was
what
trying to do
happened
that.
in this movie?
Yes.
So
yeah.
whenever that was happening, I was like, man, recently somebody was talking about somebody doing that and
Yeah,
accidentally
that's what-
killing their wife.
Mhm.
Okay. It was
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
You think it was an accident?
I mean, it's hard to say, but I mean, I don't think that he got. I don't think he got convicted.
he was probably drunk when he did it.
They were at a party, so I'm
I
sure.
mean,
he was.
he's like, I got a hell of a
No.
party trick.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's a showstopper right there.
Yeah, literally. And then Naked Lunch, of course, was the final of the trilogy. And in Naked Lunch, he was an exterminator. He was an exterminator in real life. This was after his whole ayahuasca journey and all that kind of stuff. So it leans a little bit, of course, heavily fictitious, but still the same. But yeah, I would like to see Junkie. now,
Yeah.
because I mean, just seeing him dealing with addiction in this movie and how that was kind of portrayed makes me interested to see how they would portray this if an entire movie was about that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
Who do you think would play him? They
I
could
mean,
get the guy
Brandon-
that played the young guy in this movie to play him.
yeah, oh yeah,
He did a good job.
I think this was his first role, like first major role, and he kind of knocked it out of the park, right?
Yeah.
Dan
was good.
DeWitt or Don DeWitt. Yeah, what about old Jason Schwartzman, Trav?
Yeah.
Talk about a transformation.
It's just like most of H. Burrow or S. Burrow stuff. It was just it's an odd movie. I'd say the namesake, but yeah, it's very odd.
I mean, they didn't hold back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I did not expect Daniel Craig to go down on that dude.
No, not
I
at
did
all.
not expect that. That was for sure. I was just like, okay. All right. We're sucking and fucking.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like the chapters, the way they did the chapters.
Yes.
It felt to me though, Trav, like, because you knew you're just waiting for it to get weird. And for the
Yeah.
most part, that beginning, it's like, it's pretty normal. I mean, they're hanging out in Mexico.
But then they're throwing up their fucking.
Oh, and then they fucking go on the ayahuasca trip, and that was like a fucking trip. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was a really
is it?
cool way
What
that
is
they
it?
shot that
What's
ayahuasca.
it that they fucking say?
Was it like Yagi?
No, dude tells him, says some shit.
Oh, when they were tripping,
Yeah.
he said, "I'm not queer,"
I'm disembodied.
and that dude said, "I know." Like they were
Yeah.
they were telepathically communicating.
Yeah.
But when they were fucking throwing those shapes and moves, dude,
Yeah.
I was
They
like,
were-
"We put some music over this." Like,
Yeah, right.
what's that? Strike a pose. They were voguing. That was cool. The way that when they were like inside each other's skin.
Yeah.
When his hand was going over his shoulders, like his fingers was under his skin. I was like, ooh,
Yeah. Now,
took too much.
of course, I didn't know the story other than, the trailer and all that. I haven't read the book or anything like that. But like for a minute there, I thought that this relationship and everything was all in his head and that was a younger version of himself.
I
You know what I
started to
mean?
think that could be him for a minute.
Yeah.
Like it was like, it looks like him. Like
Yeah.
it could be him. And like, he just, he sees himself, the younger version of him,
Yeah.
hanging out with these people. And like, cause like the way that it would do those shots, like when they were in the theater and he wanted to like touch him,
Yeah.
how they would like shoot it and put it over it.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, that's cool. I've never seen anybody do that.
Speaking of the theater shot, they used a ton of miniatures in this movie.
Well, the cars had
had
to be right. They're driving.
Yes, yeah. The theater was miniatures too. Like there was a lot of parts, and whenever it showed the exteriors of the buildings and everything, like the
They
exterior of the
looked
hotel.
fake.
Yes, yeah. They look like Wes Anderson, right?
Well, I wondered. Yeah, I always wondered if it was CGI, but I was like, it doesn't look CGI.
No.
Like those vehicles driving
Yeah,
when it shows that shot of the road,
yeah.
it just looked weird. That
It
makes
looked
sense.
like
It was miniatures.
Yeah, it looked like Wallace and Gromit, like it was
Yeah,
claymation.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like legitimately. But yeah, a lot of use of miniatures in the film. And it's really cool how it was pulled into it and how it gave it such an interesting abnormal look, you know?
That makes sense now. The buildings, like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. But we were talking about this earlier, Trav, but I would have really have liked, because I know that the book is written from, William Lee's perspective and all that. But I think it would have been interesting, since I'm not like a Burroughs aficionado or anything like that, if they would have taken the subject matter and wrote the screenplay based from the perspective of the younger guy. Because to me, it's almost more of an interesting story of the younger guy, because it's like he's trying to explore his own sexuality and his own identity, and he's got this guy that's kind of like showed him the ropes and all this stuff, and then the way things end up is like, I mean, dude starts using heroin again to try to like,
Cope.
get it, dude. Yeah, well, to cope and to also kind of use it as a way to get dude to kind of nurse him back to health and to have this, help that develop their relationship and all this kind of stuff.
like when they go to South America and he's without.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
So
take care of me, love me.
Yes, yes. I think it would have been really interesting to see this story from the kid's perspective, especially with the way that it ends. Like they're leaving that place after their ayahuasca journey, and it's like
What happened?
he saw during the trip he saw something. The young kid saw something in himself that like verified what he was running from, which is his own homosexuality, right? And then him getting away, and that was kind of like him trying to still separate himself from it. Then you come to find out 2 years later that, you know, he had gone back down there, Army,
with another
you know,
guy.
or yeah, with a Navy guy, whatever. It would have been cool and interesting to see this from the story from his perspective, just to see. Like, I think there's a lot of storytelling that you can do there.
Well, there's a lot left out because we know why Daniel Craig's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's
Yeah.
this dude? Why is this kid there?
Yeah, right.
They never talk about that. He don't say much. Like, he was in the military. Or, I mean, he
Yeah.
claims he was. I don't know. But, like, what's he doing in Mexico? Is he doing down there doing the same? You know what I mean? Like, was that a thing back then? Was that like a safe haven for?
I don't know. It says the arrival of a young student stirs the man into finally establishing a meaningful connection with someone. I got the feeling that he
talking
was
about working. I'm like, where the fuck you working at?
Yeah, right.
Why do he owe that place money?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah. But it's interesting whenever you see this perspective where you have an older man that sees a younger guy, and it's like the Daniel Craig character, the William Lee character, is going through all these extremes that an overly attached girl would go. You know what I mean? And it's interesting to see that because, you know, as you get older, as you develop, as your mind develops and you mature, you start to leave a lot of that stuff behind, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and this dude's been coasting through life his entire life until he finds someone that's like, oh, I could probably settle down with this person. And it's like, this person's like, yeah, I'm here to like test the waters.
Yeah, I'm just moving through.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Got my whole life ahead of me.
Yeah, exactly.
How's this dude making money?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, he's drinking at every bar.
And drinking a lot.
Yeah, he's wanting to invest.
Flying on airplanes.
Yeah, I mean,
just quick little trip around the crunch, you know, just.
Yeah, no big deal.
They never, and you know, you see the typewriter and everything. I'm like, well, I guess maybe that was dude. Like he's this writer.
Yeah.
They never talk about it.
No.
Because I'd have been asking questions like, well, fuck, you can make money.
Yeah.
Like, did he come from a wealthy family?
I guess.
Well, you know, whenever he would try to sit around and talk to people, like he was a big talker.
Yeah.
But like, it was kind of shinfo. Like something he read in a magazine. And like, he never had like all the details. Well, I forget the name. It's not coming to me right now, but.
Yeah.
Like trying to make himself seem almost smarter.
Yeah.
Than he really was. And then none of the other gay people really wanted to hang out with him. Like they were already tired of him. Like, oh, this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The young people with the boat, he was like, I'll get a bottle. And they were like, oh, we got a boat tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's like, well, that's tomorrow. And the guy was like, then you could hear him telling the guy, like, I just don't want to be alone with him. He's always trying to get me in his bed.
But yeah, it's sad. I mean, dude, we see his whole life basically play out there at the end. And it's like that life in the 50s leads to nowhere, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be lonely.
But to answer what you were talking about a few minutes ago, I mean, it would have been an interesting. It would have made the movie a little more suspenseful in a way. Had it been the younger guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely would have changed the tone of everything, right?
Yeah.
But it would still have been interesting just to kind of see what his thought process on everything is, and because you don't really get that at all. At least I didn't get that, you know, like.
Mm-hmm.
So
It does say biopic, so
yeah,
he
Oh
was. It
yeah,
was
it's
him. Yeah.
autobiographical. Burroughs was obsessed with like burrows.
yeah, right. He's like, I got a story to tell, motherfuckers. After the thing with his wife happened, that's when he was like, I'm gonna start writing. I need to tell people my story,
Yeah.
and it's like, I guess so.
I'm too weird to do shit. I might as well write.
Well, and
Yeah,
the stuff he would do. Remember when he first sees the guy in the, what was it, the Ship Ahoy? What was it?
yeah. I think it was a ship ahoy,
He
right?
walks in there and sees him sitting there, and he does that little curtsy,
Oh
and
yeah,
it was like,
yeah,
dude, you just everyone in there was like, oh, like
yeah. But yeah, it was interesting, and I wasn't expecting it. Like I knew that it was going to go off the rails, of course. Wasn't expecting a journey, like a Joe Rogan
I
experience
never
over
thought
here.
they were gonna go full Rogan, like you know nothing of the toad.
Yeah, right. But
Whenever it cut to that jungle and he just come busting through it with a machete, I'm like, get the fuck out of here! Like,
yeah,
are we
right.
serious right now? I'm like, are you looking for snakes and shit? I knew there was gonna be a fucking snake.
Yeah,
Really trekking into the fucking jungle looking for, and that bitch was like, hey, you tripped over it.
yeah.
It's just a fucking root.
Mind control, dude. He wanted to fucking mind control the shit out of that kid,
Yeah, it's like the
right? Like,
CIA's doing it. That's what he wanted. He wanted to connect with him.
yeah,
I had a feeling though, I was like, they're gonna do this trip, dude, and that kid's gonna realize he don't like it.
yeah. And I understand it. I understand both sides of it because it's like Daniel Craig's character is fully incapable of feeling vulnerable enough to put himself out there in the way that he should. This is something that I've been living my life with for the past couple of years. Doesn't have the ability to open up and be the person that he needs to be so that this other person understands who they are, what their intentions are, and what they want out of life. He thinks the only way to remedy this is to find this mystical fucking plant that will allow him to communicate with this person telepathically. You know? And it's sad to think about it that way when in reality, like, all you have to do is just talk. Just open your fucking mouth and use your fucking words.
Yeah, he's a talker.
Yeah.
He was
but
always
it's all
talking about
bullshit.
nonsense, like just,
Yes. Yeah.
and the dude listens.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just worried if he put it all out there, then he's gonna get that answer where it's like, that's not what I'm about.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, rejection.
Yeah.
And it's like, but wouldn't you just rather know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
up front?
Exactly. Yeah.
But like,
Instead
you did just meet the dude. Like, I know you're a hopeless romantic over here.
Yeah.
But like, you just met the kid, dude. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's whenever you look at everything and look at it from that perspective, because me watching this movie was from a different point of view than it would have been a couple of months ago, for sure,
Mm-hmm.
But seeing it from that perspective, it's like this dude really does care about this kid and like wants to be with this kid and all this kind of stuff and like wants to build a life, but like he can't get over his. Yeah, well, not only that, but he can't get over his own bullshit long enough to say the things that he needs to say, to put everything out there on Front Street.
Well, and it's because of the times. Like, it's just,
yeah.
Look,
if I'm sucking a dude off, I'm going to feel comfortable enough to be able to tell this guy exactly what I want out of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest here. So.
And it was just awkward between them. Like,
yeah. And it was awkward because he made it awkward.
He did.
Because he doesn't know how to use his word.
Like when he sat down on the couch with him that one time, he said, well, if you insist.
Yeah.
It's like, he didn't even have to say. What about the one time where he was touching him when the dude was eating?
Yeah.
And he was like touching him. The motherfucker just knocked him down. I was like, okay, all right. He's
domestic violence.
It was too soon.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I'm still sore from the other day. Like, when they did that scene, he was like, "You like it a little bit, right?" And he said he did.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Also, look, the dude was a bag of mixed signals too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he kind of he's just a young dude. He was mind gaming him a little bit at the beginning. Like they'd be sitting there talking and he'd just get up and leave.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Or like go over that, or like come in there with that woman and be like, hey.
Yeah.
Not invite him over to the table. You could tell that really bothered him. He's like, why don't they invite me over?
Yeah.
And what was the deal with him and this lady? Like the way she looked at him, like chicken hawk, you know?
I mean, I don't know.
For a minute there, I thought something was going on with him and that woman. Like,
I think there was.
Right. The way they came in, he was like holding her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, okay, or is she a lesbian?
I mean, she could have been.
But he would talk to her.
Yes. Yeah.
You would see him just talking. But he couldn't do that with
yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, yeah, just ask him. I was like, dude, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Are we not bros? He should have asked him, you want to do some heroin?
Yeah. That would have been some next level shit right there, you know? That
would have been this morphine.
Yeah.
Whenever they were drinking and he threw up, I think he threw up because he was nervous about.
Yeah.
Because they were in the bed. It was like, let me show you around my pad. This is the bedroom. And it's like, well, let's start with the fucking bookshelf first, dude.
Yeah, for real, right?
Damn, because he even said later, he was like, I'm a pervert. Because it just always went to that. It was like, let's do, you know, and it was like, well, dude, let's play some cards or something. Like, you always want to fuck, man. Like,
yeah. But I mean, overall, I enjoyed the movie. It was sad. I enjoyed it though.
I think what really saved it for me was when I didn't expect the journey into the jungle.
Yeah.
Because when it got to that, I was like, this is getting wild.
Yeah.
Which I was waiting for it, like I said earlier, but.
I mean, Craig acts his ass off.
Oh, and the other guy.
But like, this isn't like a movie I feel like I'd probably go back to though.
No, I mean, I haven't went back to Naked Lunch.
Yeah.
I don't see watching
I'm
this
just
anytime soon.
I'm just meaning like it's the kind of movie that like you appreciate through the performance of it, but that like it's I don't know. I can tell that there's a lot of folks who this is probably their cup of tea. These are the kind of films that they love to just sit through all the time.
Yeah, bowl full of loopies.
Yeah, Charles is gonna love it, dude.
But it's just not for me. It's just one of those out of my comfort zone kind of films, you know. And it's not because
I'm glad
of the
I
subject.
wasn't watching it with anybody. That's for sure.
It's not because of the subject matter, but because just at the end of the day, these romance stop films just aren't my thing.
Yeah, I get it. I get it completely. And I mean, I probably won't watch this again unless I'm in a situation where I'm hanging out with somebody that wants to watch. I'll be like, yeah, like there's worse movies to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be a Nicholas Sparks movie, and I'd be like, yeah, I'd rather watch Queer. Like, let's put that on. You know what I mean?
Yes. You want to see some fucking drama, you know?
Yeah, for real, right? Yeah.
I'm like, you got to see Daniel Craig fucking crank this shaft, dude. Like,
yeah, dude,
because he was cranking.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, William Tell.
And then they did the little mermaid under the water scene.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? Like they swim back and forth, and like he was looking at the dude, and I'm like, are your eyes not burning?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
But and the kid just would look at him, like the look he would give him was just like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't with you. You're a mess. So he just ended up going his whole life. Like this motherfucker wrote a book about some love fling he had. And then he just
Yeah.
went his whole life like wondering what happened to that dude.
Yeah.
Never saw him again.
No.
Died alone.
Yep. In a hotel in Mexico City.
With
I don't know.
you could tell with that time jump because I was like, oh, that's an airliner back there.
Yeah, right.
That planes, you kept saying the planes.
Yeah.
It was in a seedy motel. No sheets on the bed.
How cool was the fucking opening? The Sinead O'Connor?
That was cool. The soundtrack was kind of like, okay.
Yeah, it's
like
kind of
all
all
the
over the place, right?
like newer songs. Like,
yeah.
I just expected like some jazz to be playing, and
Oh yeah, right.
every time there was a song, it was something like that. Like even with that one scene where they put like the jukebox on,
Yeah.
it was still like an updated. I was like, that song wouldn't have been out back then, but
Yeah, right.
the Nirvana. Didn't they do another Nirvana song?
I think they played 3 total.
Yeah, there was a few in there.
Yeah.
I think Kurt Cobain was a big fan of this writer.
Yeah, I think before
I
he
saw
passed,
that
they did
somewhere.
something. Yeah. It said so they did "Come as You Are" and "Marigold" and a cover of "All Apologies."
Yeah.
Cobain was a friend of Burroughs, having been introduced to his work in school, and even collaborated with Burroughs on an EP titled "The Priest They Called Him," released in 1993. Luca, I don't know how to pronounce his last
The
name.
director.
Revealed in an interview during the film's release that the use of these songs were intentional to highlight Cobain and Burroughs' friendship.
It was cool. It worked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like the Sinead O'Connor version of that song.
Yeah, it's so eerie, right?
Very.
And it's already an eerie song, but like
Yeah.
she, you know.
Well, I was picking up everything they was putting down. I was like, cockfight.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
struggle's real.
Yeah.
He's
I
on the
get it.
prowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's told his typewriter, but
Yeah.
and then he traded the typewriter in for a camera.
Yeah. That dude had everything stole from him, right?
He did.
Stole my shoes,
Socks.
the way he was laying
The
on
boots.
that fucking
Dude, yeah.
Oh my god.
Whenever he was like sitting with him at the end and he had his feet up there like sitting on him, I was like, he's fucking doing it, man. That's a choice.
Yeah.
He's like, stole my fucking socks.
When he was in that kitchen with those two dudes, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" I was like, "Okay,
I'm
all
cooking
right,
something
sure."
up.
Yeah.
Oh, when he was going through that party, I was like, bro, you need to leave.
Yeah.
You
you're
are
too
about to
fucked up.
text somebody while you're drunk.
Yes. Yeah.
He
did.
He kind of knew all the steps to. He might have done a little research on how to fucking rig up a needle.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, where's the cotton? And then he bit it, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He knew the deal. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give it a full star. Not something that I'm gonna revisit, but like, there's a lot of layers here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and you also, but it's also lays it. It's very well. It lays it all out for you.
Yeah.
Like it's not something I feel like I have to watch a bunch to understand it.
No.
It's just, it's laid out there.
Yeah.
And you don't know nothing about the toad.
No, no.
I would never, you couldn't pay me $1 million to drink that shit.
No.
I just wouldn't do it. Because it just sounds terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, and I've seen the documentary where those people go and do the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The one where the guy that used to do it for Vice, where he went and tried every drug in the world.
I've seen that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, there's no way.
It's a door that I do not want to open.
I don't want to face myself.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. I don't want to face myself.
I got a small touch of that once, and it was like, I'm good here. We're gonna draw the line here,
Yeah, yeah.
and no more, no mas.
I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, I'm giving it a full star.
I'm gonna give it a half.
I'm also gonna give it a half star.
I mean, it's a 2-star film
That's yeah.
for sure. For
But like I
sure.
said earlier, when they ventured out, that's kind of what saved it for me. I was like, okay, we're going somewhere. This
Yeah,
is getting wild. That bitch
Hacking
hopped.
his
That's a
way.
viper snake. She just hopped out there and was like, smacked it like that. Remember that dude that smacked that cobra?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck out of here. She's like, sorry, that's a security.
Fucking wild. There's
Now,
no
that was
way.
CGI.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fake
Yeah.
ass snake.
But yeah, we got a little bit of movie news I'm gonna hit on real quick. Yeah. So first up here, cult horror classic The Faculty. Set for remake from writer of this year's first great horror film. So you know you're old when Hollywood starts remaking films released when you were in high school. Premiering on Christmas Day in 1998, The Faculty was the meta answer to sci-fi films in the same way 1996's Scream was to the slasher movie subgenre. It was a modest hit upon release, but it has gone on to develop a major cult following with genre fans. This was bound to happen sooner or later, and it looks like that time is now because a remake is officially in the works. Per Variety, a remake of The Faculty is set at Miramax, and the director of the original film, Robert Rodriguez, is on board as a producer. What makes this remake news promising is that Drew Hancock is writing the project. That name may not be immediately recognizable, but he's an emerging talent who wrote and directed this weekend's Companion, a new horror film that currently sits at a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. If any fans are uneasy about a remake of one of their favorites, having new talent like this behind the film should make them all rest a little easier. Miramax escaped the shadow of co-founder Harvey Weinstein as it has gone through a leadership change in recent years. Jonathan Glickman is currently the CEO, and he is very interested in using Miramax's extensive library for remakes or sequels. Last year, the studio made a big move when it announced plans to resurrect the Scary Movie franchise, bringing the Wayans brothers back as the creative minds behind the new film. Scary Movie 6 is set to release on June the 12th of 2026. So we know what The Faculty is. It says upon release, Faculty received mixed reviews from critics, registering a 58% on Rotten Tomatoes with a consensus that claims it's a quote ripoff of other sci-fi thrillers. Despite the reviews, Faculty still became a modest hit, grossing $63.2 million worldwide on a $15 million budget. More importantly, its popularity has only grown since its initial release, and it has gone on to generate a considerable cult following. If anyone is listening to this little guy writing for MovieWeb, it would be a huge missed opportunity to not cast some of the original actors as teachers in this one. Call up Hartnett, Brewster, Wood, Duvall, and Patsy, hell, maybe even Usher, and see if they're interested. Just a little advice from a huge fan of the original film. So, I love The Faculty.
Yeah.
I watched it not long ago, actually.
I remember that.
Yeah. This is one of those movies that like I can go back to it at any time and just enjoy the hell out of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we need to remake it? Why can't we do a legacy sequel to it?
Yeah, that would be a better, like kind of like what dude's saying, bring them back.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I don't know about teachers, but maybe they got kids in the school. I mean, they're old enough to have kids now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it came out, what, 98? Yeah, 1998, like Christmas Day. So, like, definitely old enough to have kids in high school. Yep. They've lived through this shit before. You know, like,
that's a better idea.
Yeah.
I don't think the remake's going to do well.
I mean, it's a cliche on purpose,
Yeah.
right? It's supposed to. It's like they said. It's this their answer to sci-fi, the way that Scream was to slashers. Why not? Because how you can't skin that cat, but only so many ways.
But when you don't skin it for a while, it's kind of not a big deal.
Well, that's true, but I mean, they're going to hit the same beats as the original, and the fans of the original are probably going to dismiss it as just a terrible remake without even probably giving it an opportunity.
They're probably not even going to watch it.
Yeah. For me, it's like, I'm going to watch it, of course, but for
Yeah.
me, it's like, you have to almost bring the original cast back in.
Yeah. To tie it into the original, like.
Yeah, to excite people.
And considering that legacy sequels tend to work.
Good track record on them here lately.
Yeah, you kind of gotta look at it as the gift that keeps on giving and just try it again,
Yeah.
It's what's next? I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I mean, I think that they're looking at making a legacy sequel or a remake of that.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean,
yeah, but it's like they kind of did the Scream movie, the recent Scream movie, and I haven't watched it, but that was kind of like a soft reboot / legacy sequel of the. But there was how many Scream movies before that? Like that was a franchise. Many. Yeah, exactly. And there was a series on what MTV or VH1 or some shit. So like, I don't know. Am I excited about this? Not particularly at the moment. Will I watch it? Absolutely. But I do feel like they're missing an opportunity here to bring some of those original cast members. Because, I mean, think about it. You only need to bring like 3 or 4 of the original cast members back.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Hartnett can't cost too much.
And he's out there again doing movies. You know Usher will come back.
Yeah, Elijah Wood. I mean, he'll do anything.
He'd do it. Yeah, he will.
Yeah, I mean, no shade to him. Yeah, but he's like, hell yeah,
I can do anything, money.
Yeah, exactly, right. So, and then you see a lot of the characters get together at the end of the film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would be cool to see if they're still together, if they have kids, reminisce.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? But yeah. Let's just do a legacy sequel, man. But it makes me want to rewatch the original again. Just reading about it,
I haven't seen it in a very long time, so.
Dude, it's worth it. I mean, it holds up. It still holds up. I mean, it feels very late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, because
of the way everything looks.
Yeah, the soundtrack. Yeah. But it holds up in the same way that the original Scream holds up.
Yeah.
Since it's playing on those tropes, it's timeless almost. You know what I mean? Because it's leaning so heavy into it. So. But next up here, the Toxic Avenger reboot finally sets a 2025 release date. So this thing's been done for a while,
Yeah.
But it just hasn't been released yet. So after it was reported earlier this month that the long-awaited reboot of Trauma Entertainment's cult classic, The Toxic Avenger, was finally getting the theatrical release it deserves in 2025, we now have a firm release date of August the 29th in place. Directed by Macon Blair, which is interesting, and starring Peter Dinklage, Jacob Tremblay, Kevin Bacon, and Elijah Wood.
There he
is. See what we're saying?
Yeah.
The film was feared to languish in limbo forever until Cineverse swooped in and picked it up, rescuing it out of obscurity. Per deadline, The Toxic Avenger will open nationwide to kick off the Labor Day weekend on August the 29th. And the best part of all is that it will be an unrated version. Cineverse found success last year with Terrifier 3, which was also unrated, and went on to become one of the biggest horror hits of 2024, earning nearly $90 million at the box office against a budget of just $2 million. Created by Lloyd Kaufman in 1984, Toxic Avenger is undoubtedly one of the biggest cult hits to come out of the decade and would go on to spawn an entire franchise of films. The reboot kicked off Fantastic Fest in 2023 and followed in the footsteps of the original in terms of its plot, which had been slightly updated to suit a modern audience that expects a contemporary twist. This is the write-up for it. So, set in a fantasy world following janitor Winston Goose, who, after a freak accident, transforms into a mutant vigilante known as Toxie. Armed with his mop, and the unlikely hero battles freaks, gangsters, and corrupt CEOs while trying to save his relationship with his son. Macon Blair says it's better with a crowd. Macon Blair is the guy from
Blue Ruin.
Yeah, Blue Ruin. Yeah, it's wild that he's
yeah. That gives me a little bit of hope. And here's the thing: I don't know why they waited so long. They had a problem finding somebody to release it. Like, dude, it's a Toxic Avenger. We know what it is. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be a silly goose time. Whenever I saw Elijah Wood's character in the movie, I'm like, I want to see that.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Shudder didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
But I thought that it was just going to come to streaming, but I mean, it's getting a full theatrical.
I guess that's what they were holding out for. They wanted the full. It's like, well, it's not happening then. It's like, dude, the movie's finished.
Yeah.
Fucking put it out.
I mean,
that director has been riding on the coattails of that Toxic Avenger since that shit came out. Yes.
Yeah.
That is that dude's jam. That's his was it The Room?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
his Wiseau.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, August 29th, and if you want to relive all the fun of the 84 original, it's currently available to stream on Tubi, Peacock, Pluto TV, and Prime Video. If you want to see the OG. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be coming to streaming not long after that.
Yeah.
So
the dink.
Yeah, the dink. So Coyote versus Acme. Star says, I don't want people to forget what they did to us. So, of course, we're talking about Will Forte. You've seen Will Forte play 1,000 characters on SNL, blow things up as MacGruber, and break our hearts in Nebraska. He's making us like, I haven't seen Nebraska. I need to watch it.
I haven't either.
I've heard really
good. It is good.
I need to watch it.
Bruce
he's
Stearns
making us,
in it, I believe.
Yeah. I think he won an award for that, right?
Or so. He was at least
nominated. Yeah. He's making us laugh yet again in Netflix's Kind of Pregnant, where he's the man of Amy Schumer's dreams. He survived the apocalypse in Last Man on Earth, for goodness sakes. But one thing you can't see Forte do, unfortunately, is be the legal representative of Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote. It's the way that they always do. That's weird. That's because the film Coyote vs. Acme seems to be permanently shelved by Warner Brothers, despite it being, by all accounts, completed. They even held a funeral screening, quote unquote, for the film recently, so that people behind the film, including stars Forte, Lana Condor, and John Cena, could see the film they worked on. While promoting Kind of Pregnant, Forte was kind enough to share his thoughts on all of this. My thoughts were that it's fucking bullshit.
I can hear him saying that.
It's such a delightful movie, added Forte, putting to rest any rumors that the film was shelved for being simply not good. It deserves so much better than what it got. I don't know. I can't tell you possibly why the decision was made to not release it, but it makes my blood boil. Forte continued, and thank you for asking me about it because I like talking about the movie, because I want them to. I don't want people to forget what they did to us. That being said, I appreciate them letting us make it. But don't let us make this thing that we fall in love with and then not show it. I mean, I would understand if this thing sucked, but it's really good. I mean, you never know what happens in life, concluded Forte. You know, maybe sometime, somehow, we get to see it at some point. I hope people do because I was really proud of it. And Lana is right. She's fantastic in it. It's a delightful time or a delightful film. I mean, fucking release the
Just
movie.
put it
man.
online, dude. It makes me wonder if there were some back end deals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? With
see
Cena,
that, yeah.
maybe Cena.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can see him, he's a businessman.
Yeah.
Just up front, taking whatever money, but having a back end. Because if there's any back end going out to us, and it could be going out to a few people.
Yeah.
And they're just like, look, it's not there. Maybe once things start to look better,
Yeah.
we'll get some Superman out. Like we're doing better. Like,
I mean, who knows though? I mean, because this movie's generated quite a bit of buzz. There's a lot of people that's wanting to see it. I mean, this could be a rainy day.
I mean, they have a streaming service.
Exactly. They don't have to release it in theaters.
No.
Just release it
but
on
if
Mac.
they don't release it, they can write it off like they did Batgirl.
Yeah.
And they've probably already done that.
Yeah. Hopefully,
I don't know the rules on that.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm hoping that somebody will leak it.
He floated the idea.
Yeah, right.
He like, probably got it. I hated if somebody there leaked the fucking movie, like.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's happened before.
Yeah.
What was that movie? Not The Dictator, but the one, the Interview, right?
Oh, The Interview, yeah.
I mean, it just fucking leaked. Like,
yeah. So I wish that they would.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I love Will Forte. Last Man on Earth was fucking hilarious.
I know, right? Maybe one day, man. Maybe one day. I mean, it was supposed to release in 2023.
I mean, they said we'd never get the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
They got a few movies over there. Like, it's in the vault.
Yeah. Cena, this is what Cena told, it said in Coyote versus Acme, Forte plays down on his luck lawyer who ends up representing Wile E. Coyote in a court case against the behemoth megacorporation Acme. Lana Condor, who plays Forte's character in the case against the big bad attorneys for Acme, led by John Cena, recently told Screen Rant of the funeral screening, the film was predominantly myself, Will Forte, and John Cena. We were kind of the only humans. Everything else was all green screen and everything. So I don't really know what it was going to look like. So when I went to the funeral screening, I thought to myself, maybe the movie isn't good and maybe I was wrong. Watched the film and I personally think it was my best work I've ever done.
God.
And I think it was funny and kind and put a real positive message. That was really, truly devastating for me and for everyone. I mean, that's, you know what I mean?
Hashtag release the Acme cut. Like,
for real, right?
It's a great idea because he ordered all that shit and none of it fucking worked.
Yeah, it always fucked him up, dude. It's
and like, he kept his receipts. Like,
yeah, he's over there filing. I
can just see him like wearing like glasses, with all the.
Oh man!
And Forte doing his talking, like taking that case.
And Cena being the big dick Acme representative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude.
Coming in there like John Hammond it. Like,
oh, yeah, for sure. Maybe one day, guys. Maybe one day. So, Hereditary directors A24 Western with Emma Stone and Joaquin Phoenix eyes summer release. So, following the award season favorites, The Brutalist, Anora, and A Different Man, A24 is gearing up for another big year. 2025 will see the release of Alex Garland's Civil War follow-up, Warfare, as well as Josh Safdie's Marty Supreme, and a new film from Hereditary and Midsommar filmmaker Ari Aster. The director is taking his shot in the Western genre with his upcoming Eddington, which is eyeing a summer release following a Cannes premiere in May. Written and directed by Aster, Eddington stars Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, and Austin Butler. As reported by Variety, the film will be coming to the European film market in Berlin this month and could possibly be the director's first title to premiere at the Cannes Film Festival. A24 is said to be setting its sights on a summer release for the star-studded film, which reunites Aster with Phoenix following Beau is Afraid, the sixth collaboration between A24 and Aster's Square Peg Banner. Eddington is a somewhat mysterious film, as we've learned very little about the project's plot since it was announced. The IMDb description for Eddington reads, revolves around a couple stranded in a small New Mexico town during the pandemic. Initially welcomed, the town takes a sinister turn by nightfall. It reunites director Aster with actor Phoenix, portraying a sheriff with bigger ambitions. What we do know is how much Butler enjoyed working on the film. After filming Eddington, Butler told Hollywood Reporter about the experience. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Ari and Joaquin and Emily and DP, Darius Kanji, I guess is how you pronounce that, and everybody involved. The entire team was incredible to work with. I don't want to give much away as far as the story and character goes, but it was a wild adventure that I got to go on. I got to play a character who's very different from anything that I've done. Ari and I have been friends for a little bit, and it was great to see him on set. He is such an incredible filmmaker, and he has such confidence and such a sense of humor and wild imagination. I truly love working with him. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Eddington. Ari Aster.
Dark comedy, horror, Western.
I mean, Beau is Afraid, dude.
Oh, bro.
You know what I mean?
I ran across that earlier on my Plex server, and when I came across it, I was just like,
yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, I know.
I don't think I could handle the anxiety.
No,
watching that.
No.
That movie needs to come with a fucking Xanax bar.
yeah, for real.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that Warfare too.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
We watched the trailer for that.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm glad Westerns are coming back.
Yeah. Well, and it's like during COVID.
Yeah.
But it's like just some little town where, and a comedy. Like,
yeah.
I don't think we haven't really seen that dude do a comedy yet, have we?
I mean, there was some funny moments in Beau is Afraid. You know what I mean? John Dick Dad. I mean, yeah, you know.
It does have comedy, and it does have dark comedy in the tags.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Like Hereditary, Midsommar, Beau is Afraid, and now this. Like, that is a wild, you know, that's a wild range. But,
you know, to a lot of people, like, Hereditary is a big deal.
Yeah.
And I did not hate that movie, but when I think of that guy, I think Midsommar.
Yeah, same.
That's my first where I'm like, whoa, this is a filmmaker right here.
Yeah, same.
Like, just the way that movie, everything about the way it looked.
Yeah.
The people jumping off the fucking cliff, like the fucking kid that wrote the rules. I'm like, oh.
Lawrence Pug. Yeah. You already know, dude. Yeah.
But for a lot of people, they're like Hereditary. Like, I heard Jordan Peele talking about it.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Really?
Speaking of A24, is Heretic available?
It is. It's out.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, I do too. I've been waiting. So, hey.
Like, I mean.
There it is.
Yeah. I mean, are we down for Heretic next week?
I've been waiting.
Yeah, I mean.
I didn't want to get too far behind.
Yeah. Heretic, dude.
I've heard great things.
Oh, yeah. Everybody says it might be one of the greatest performances of fucking Hugh Grant's career.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Better than 9.5
And
weeks.
I haven't spoiled anything. Like, I've not looked at nothing. Like, enough time's passed now that it's out, too. You got to worry about it. Like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
A24 has just been killing it.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So Black Panther 3 producers reveals truth about Chadwick Boseman recasting rumors. So while several past MCU characters have been recast by Marvel Studios, a producer on Black Panther 3 says there is no truth to the rumors about the studio looking to replace the late great Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. Boseman first brought Black Panther to life on the big screen in 2016's Captain America Civil War, the movie which also introduced Tom Holland as Spider-Man. The character was then given a standalone film in 2018, becoming the first black superhero to have their own movie in the MCU. Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, was a landmark moment for representation in the genre. Boseman sadly passed away 2 years later in 2020, and the sequel, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, was rewritten to incorporate the actor's death, with Shuri becoming the next Black Panther, as well as revealing T'Challa had a secret son. But a rumor had spread across the internet over the past few months about Marvel Studios potentially recasting T'Challa. During a recent interview with comicbook.com, Black Panther 3 producer Nate Moore was asked about the rumors. The truth is, there's no truth to those rumors, Moore said. The producer admitted that the studio will never rule out the possibility of recasting the role in the future, saying never say never to anything, although he has also revealed that Black Panther 3 is still in the earliest stages of development at the time of writing, as director Ryan Coogler is currently working on his upcoming vampire film Sinners. Moore said, "We haven't really had a lot of creative conversations with Ryan Coogler yet because he's finishing his film Sinners, which comes out this year. We'll get into it later this year, but everything you read online is not true, if for no other reason than we just haven't started working on it." I mean, it's good that they're not.
Well, they had a funeral for that character.
Exactly.
So they can't replace Boseman's like character, but there can be another Black Panther.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've seen rumors where they were talking about that John David Washington.
Yeah, because
the creator, and that's a great pick, I think.
Yeah. Well,
I think his sister went on to play like a version of the Black Panther.
Exactly.
You know, there's gonna be another Black Panther.
Yeah.
We can't just like kill that character off.
I think that they should cast and he's in Black Panther already. Winston Duke, who was like the leader
big dude?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's already in there. He could take up the reins. The gorilla dudes.
Yeah. Why not? Like Black Panther
Why
was
wouldn't
always
it be passed to him? Like he stepped up in that last movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And helped. It's like, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. And to be fair, like, you know, it would be an interesting take on the character because Black Panther, whoever dons the Black Panther identity has always been the ruler of Wakanda. Well, the way that they left off Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, whatever, was Shuri was not going to be Black Panther anymore, but she was still going to be the ruler of Wakanda, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, the Black Panther, you know, alias doesn't need to be the ruler, but needs to be somebody that the rest of the world fears and awaits.
Hand the suit down.
Yeah, exactly.
And that dude doesn't want to be the ruler.
No, he told him that in one of the movies. He was like, I don't want to be in charge of this shit. Like, we're up north, we're in the fucking mountains, leave us the fuck alone, you know? But that's what I would go with if it was up to me. Now they really fucked up. Coogler did by killing Claw and killing Killmonger. Because I think that if they would have kept Killmonger alive, Michael B. Jordan, that he could have been the perfect Black Panther.
Yeah.
And, you know, the way that the first Black Panther movie was written is like, T'Challa and Killmonger were two sides of the same coin. They both wanted the same thing, but in different ways. So it's like,
well, and his death could have changed him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like,
so.
All right, hear me out though. Look at General. Hear me out. All you motherfuckers.
I mean, that would be great.
You'd be playing basketball in Pelican Bay.
Yeah. I mean, Zell needs to show up somewhere.
You want to go to Wakanda? You want to go to heaven,
Wherefore art thou, dude? But yeah,
that's why they're saying it's like,
yeah,
there will be another Black Panther. That's like, we're not going to recast the role. It's like, yeah, you're not going to recast it. You had a fucking funeral for him.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, you can't. He's gone, and it was beautiful what they did.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
Like, but the torch would be passed down.
Yes.
Maybe they're waiting. By now, hell, the kid's gonna be fucking grown up.
Let's see.
Maybe they're waiting for that.
Black Panther 2 was released in 2022.
And how old would you say that kid was?
I mean, like 5, maybe.
Well, we could do a little jump. I mean, it depends. I mean,
it would be cool if they brought the kid in at like 15 and
start training him, like if he wants to.
Yeah,
because he's got to take the test, right? Like,
yeah, he's got to drink from the purple flower. He's got to go on the spirit journey, the ayahuasca journey in Wakanda. Yeah, it's always the toad, dude.
So you want to open this door?
Yeah, right.
I like it.
Once it's open, it can't be closed. Shit. But have the young version of Black Panther be what spearheads the Young Avengers.
I thought that's what they were going to do with all the young.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they just keep changing up.
Yeah. Yeah. So Winston Duke, fun fact, is cast in the Street Fighter movie.
What?
That's coming out in 2026. Yeah. So apparently the cast right now is Alan Richardson, Winston Duke, the guy that played Billy from Stranger Things, Billy. That guy.
Oh, hell yeah. I hope he has the mullet.
He'll probably play Guile if I.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, or he might play Vega. I could see that. But yeah, I didn't even know that they were.
No, that makes sense though. It's time.
Yeah, it's definitely
plenty of time has passed. Like it's like, yeah, but hey, let's not do what we did to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
depends on who's doing it.
But yeah. So Black Panther, we'll see what happens. I mean, if they haven't even started writing it, the Black Panther movie's not going to come out for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So
they could work the kid in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But like, here's what they got to do. If they bring Winston Duke in and like the kids like training under him, one day,
that would be great.
and then, something might happen to him. Like,
yeah.
And that's when the kid's like, bring me the fucking flower.
Yeah, I'm ready to drink the grape flower. Yeah. yeah, right. Even Bucky was like, I'm good with this flower shit. I just need the metal arm. I already got brainwashed once. I don't need to go on a fucking ayahuasca journey over here.
Again.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But speaking of Marvel, last up here we have Feige is considering bringing Jonathan Majors back to the MCU. So at one point, Jonathan Majors was being set up to follow Josh Brolin's footsteps as the next overarching Marvel villain. His character, Kang the Conqueror, was established with several appearances that would have led to Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars. In 2023, however, Marvel Studios cut ties with Majors after he was convicted of assault, though studio head Feige now reportedly wants Majors back in the MCU, aka the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't know why they have to put that in there, but whatever. The actor was first dropped by Marvel Studios on December the 18th, 2023, not long after he was found guilty on 2 misdemeanor charges that followed after a March 2023 argument with his former girlfriend, Grace Jabari. The legal situation shook the entertainment landscape, and as a result, Majors lost several roles in addition to being dropped by Marvel. In April 2024, he was sentenced to serve 52 weeks at an in-person domestic violence intervention program. According to our sources, Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige is considering bringing Majors back into the MCU. The idea is for Majors to appear in a future Marvel project to wrap up some loose ends with Kang and close the character's story. Feige and the studio worked hard to restructure Avengers The Kang Dynasty into Avengers Doomsday. The new project replaced Majors' Kang character with Robert Downey Jr., who will now be playing Doctor Doom instead of Iron Man in Avengers Doomsday. Kang the Conqueror was known for causing chaos across the multiverse with numerous variants. These variants were previously teased in the Disney Plus series Loki and the feature film Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Majors is set to appear in an upcoming film magazine Dreams, which was previously delayed by the aforementioned legal issue, and he's also attached to star in Martin Villeneuve's film Merciless. So whether or not he does make a return to the MCU, audiences will still see a few Majors projects in the near future. I mean, let the guy finish what he started.
Yeah, I did see a thing where that's what Feige wants to do. It's like, of course he's not going to be the main big bad.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But at least let him tie that up where it's not like, what happened to fucking Kang,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there was a fucking stadium full of them. Like,
yeah.
We were talking about this before you got on here, Trav, and check this out, Trav. This is a good way. What if a good Majors comes back, and this version of him is one of the good ones. What if he takes Loki's place and it's a way to get Loki out of there? And he ends up back there.
I mean,
that's a good way to stick him. It's like, okay, you're here. So we could always pull you again if we want you.
That'd go full circle with what he said at the end of Loki season 1.
So that may be their plan then.
Well, and what if Feige wants to bring him back for a future MCU project? Didn't say it was a movie. Didn't say it was a series, right?
Could be the show.
I mean, what if they do Loki season 3 to officially wrap up Loki's storyline, because it's a variant Loki?
Yeah.
And to wrap up Kang's storyline, because those two characters are kind of tied together in a big way.
Yeah, they're, especially with that season, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
like, he's not tied to Ant-Man like he's tied to fucking Loki. Like,
yeah, right.
I didn't even think about that being a variant. That was kind of their way of throwing him away. But it's like, come on, man, do some more Loki. That show was fucking good.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it'll sell.
Oh, for sure.
They actually canceled a bunch of movies. I watched a video a few days ago. It may have been like Emergency Awesome.
Yeah.
Where because of what was that what was the show that had Scrody? The Scroll.
Right. Oh, Secret Invasion?
Secret Invasion was so bad that they canceled Armor Wars. They canceled a bunch of fucking movies. Like,
yeah.
That show was the worst out of all the shows they did.
Yeah.
According to them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, there was a few other, and it said before they released it, like it was, the viewings were like, everybody at Marvel was like, this is great. And it was like,
yeah, I don't know.
Man,
yeah.
Just not what everybody thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I know that we've got 2 major crossover films, and we've got Captain America 4, which they're predicting to be not great, like the set as far as ticket sales. Oh, Fantastic Four. We've got a couple other things in the pipeline. At this point, I'm almost ready for them to finish this entire arc and just restart.
Maybe they do need to like let's less is more here. Let's scrap
because
some of these projects. Like,
one, it's like the characters that the people really want, we haven't really seen much of. Like, we got Moon Knight season 1. It did get confirmed for season 2, but the first season of Moon Knight came out like 2 or 3 years ago at this point.
yeah.
Blade is in limbo still.
That was something else that got canceled, was the stuff with Kit Harington.
Kit Harington, the Black Knight or whatever.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
Which
he was supposed to show up in Blade. So I mean,
who knows where that's at? Like,
exactly, right?
Like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
But I will say this, like, cook on it, don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like, take your time. If it ain't right, it ain't right. Like,
yeah.
And that may be why they scrapped it, because they scrapped all that other shit.
Yeah.
So if they scrap the Night movie, then it's like, well, he don't even need to be in this movie then. So get rid of all that.
Well, and it's like, I would like to see a follow-up to the Eternals.
Yeah.
Even though the Eternals wasn't like the greatest MCU movie, there's a lot of interesting ideas and concepts that came from the Eternals that I would like to see explored more in other properties. Like that big fucking thing
that's just sitting there now? Like,
yeah, exactly, right. And they're saying that that's supposed to be like kind of, a major plot point for the new Cap movie, which is great. Like, if that's the thing, but like the Eternals came out like 6 years ago.
Damn.
5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? It's been a while. And it's like, you can't leave these little breadcrumbs, but space them out 5 to 10 years apart.
Yeah. People lose interest. And then they're like, well,
in
that
the world
was a thing.
Yeah, in 2025 world, on short form content, people want immediate gratification, instant gratification. And I know that we got 10 years of the MCU with them dropping these breadcrumbs, but like once we got into the later phases of the Thanos saga, the Infinity War saga, then those breadcrumbs have just fizzled out and not gone anywhere. So
we
let's
lost
get
the
back.
trail. It's like,
exactly.
Where's the crumbs at?
Yeah. So let's take it back to basics. Let's take it back to our roots here. Like, let's do that. So, but I think that they should wrap Kang up. And at this point, I think Robert Downey Jr. is going to be a good Doctor Doom, but it's like, and I know that this isn't our version of Doctor Doom and everything, but like, the more I think about it, the more I'm starting to agree with, I think, what Trav said, where it's like, are they really copping out Doom as a great villain?
Like a throwaway?
Yeah, for the sake of Jonathan Majors, legal situation. It's like, come on now.
Yeah, and I feel like there's been no build up for Doctor Doom, and he's gonna fall flat.
I think that
and that's a fucking shame, because he is one of like the biggest villains in Marvel Comics, and there's been little to no build up to him at all.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And they're really going to have to write their asses off to sell the audience on how badass Doctor Doom is going to be whenever you introduce him in one movie. And then, I mean, they're going to film Secret Wars and Doomsday like back to back. So there's not going to be a tremendous gap between those two films. You better start releasing some MCU shit and dropping those breadcrumbs again if you want audiences to be excited about this villain.
And well, like they like Doom, like we shouldn't even be getting to Doctor Doom yet. Like they need to be finishing Black Panther, and not Black Panther, but fucking Kang.
Yeah.
and getting him finished.
Maybe that's why Feige's like, we got to bring him back because
Because and
and then they're
man,
doing this throwaway doing where it's like it's not the one. It's like, well, so that he can come later. Like, why are you doing this?
because
Is
they
it
gotta let you
just
know
to
that
bring
Doom
fucking
don't
Robert
get
Downey
away.
Jr. back? Like, come on.
Well, it's
Yeah.
their way of restoring faith, right? It's
Oh yeah, they want they want that. It's like they're trying to pump more fan loyalty
yeah. Which they're
or
saying
brand
that like,
loyalty, I guess. But
and they're saying that like, you know, Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to have, you know, Chris Evans come back as Captain
Now
Hydra.
they're saying he's not coming. He said he's
he's
retired.
done, dude. He's fucking.
I saw him talk about it recently, and he's like, "I'm done, as far as I know."
Yeah.
Now he could be lying,
Yeah.
but
I mean, sure, but I mean, it has been it's been no secret to anyone that like he's been done playing in the superhero.
he said
shit
he
for a
was
minute.
retired. Now he
Yeah.
did do that Deadpool cameo,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I don't know.
So, yeah.
Like they
I
did
don't know.
confirm, like Benedict Cumberbatch thought he was done, and he was like, "Well, apparently I'm not."
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So I'll be coming back.
Yeah.
And you know they could do that where they're like they won't because they got dude. The fact that they just announced they're like Robert Downey Jr. and it's like, dude, you could have just like saved that a little bit.
Yeah. Right.
Like why now? It's like they wanted to do Comic-Con and like get that, and it's like you just busted your nut, dude.
Yeah. Could you imagine sitting in the theater?
And then that
No,
happening.
Doctor Doom. Yeah, Doctor Doom's gonna show up, and it's fucking RDJ.
Well, like, dude, you could have had him in the trailer.
Oh
Mask
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Fuck it,
Yeah,
mask
fuck it,
off in the
mask
movie.
off. Yeah.
And then
yeah.
it's him, and everybody being like, "What?"
Yeah, exactly.
It would have blew. People would have cheered, and then it's like, "Oh, that's not Iron Man.
Yeah.
He was adopted.
Yeah.
He ended up with a different family." Like,
yeah, right. Yeah. But anyway, that's all the news that I had this week. I'm ready for some trailer. I know we got some good ones.
we got the Fantastic Four trailer,
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
and I have a feeling that's going to be fantastic.
Oh, I mean, it's got Pedro in it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's going to be fantastic. You know.
Also, Super Bowl Sunday, so
Oh, we're gonna get a shitload of stuff.
they're also going to drop a Superman trailer during the Puppy Bowl.
The fuck is the Puppy Bowl?
It's like the dog of a thing, like, and I think the reason why is because of crypto.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. It's a weird marketing.
yeah, that's yeah.
It's
I
like-
don't know.
But the Super Bowl, there should be
Yeah,
trailers out the ass. But let's get into this.
yeah. Let's do it. Oh, I heard about this. I haven't watched this, but I heard about this.
Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby. This is a Russo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chappie. Poor Sears. Oh shit.
It's a mini fridge. He got me the hammy.
I mean, based off that, I'm down.
Yeah. You got me in the
I like
hammy. I
the
like the
aesthetic.
robot.
Yeah. At least it wasn't Patton Oswald. No offense to Patton, but you know.
The general. No ads.
No, I'm good.
This movie just came out of nowhere. Like,
It's got our boy Skarsgård and Anthony Hopkins in it, right?
is he locked in that car?
Looks like he's gonna play one hell of a Pete Davidson.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh,
is this like phone booth?
Stole the wrong car, buddy.
Trapped in a smart car.
I don't think you're listening to me, Dave. Oh. It's one of those fucking trap cars, you know, that they.
Yeah.
Holy shit, the car's not going to move? It's going to move. Okay.
Okay.
So
A little different than I thought it was going to go.
someone stole his car one time. It's like, dude, move out the city.
Yeah,
It ain't
right.
this serious. Like, move away.
Cass.
Bill Murray, Pete Davidson. I mean,
If this is this a biopic about Riff Raff?
that's what I thought when I saw it.
Yeah, I mean,
What are y'all, the Men in Black? Oh,
gangsters.
okay. Oh, dude, they left some names out.
Yeah.
Huh. Hmm.
Mm.
Interesting. Bill Murray playing a hitman.
I mean, I don't look bad.
Looks like a silly goose time.
Yeah. Hurry up, Tamara. Tamara?
No ads.
No.
I haven't got any either. It's got Saltburn in it.
What a wild shot.
Oh, this is the one with the Weekend in it.
Oh shit.
Inception. This is the shit they cut out of Eye Wide Shut. Not quite sure what's going on here.
Is she single white female in this guy?
Thought she was going to hit him with that Misery. Surprised they haven't remade that.
Yeah, right.
Misery.
Damn. Looks intense. I wonder how the
Intense.
weekend's gonna be.
You know, he just did he did that show with Lily Rose.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know he was on that level with Lily Rose.
Yeah, they did some pop star TV show. I think it was on, I don't know, HBO Max or something. I don't know. Final Destination.
Bloodlines.
They're bringing it back.
Of course, man.
I will say this though, when it comes to Final Destination, you don't go down the interstate without being behind a log truck and thinking about it. Every fucking time. I'll get away from it. I'm like, not today, but you're going to Final Destination my ass.
Yeah, right.
And the airplane scene.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, Bam Margera. That's going to get infected.
Yeah.
Okay. I see where we're going with this. Chain's going to fall. It's going to pull him in. Chop his ass up. Listen to some puddles.
Okay, yeah. Sad Migs.
Oh. Harry Nilsson. Is he tattooing himself?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn it. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong.
I mean, I don't have to watch these movies.
Oh my God, it's in his nose. I knew the chain was going to pull him into that, but I didn't know it was going to go into his nose. So there's no way that would hold his body weight.
No, definitely not.
Take it out. Never mind. Shouldn't stand on that. It's going to break. You're fucked. All right.
I mean, I live Final Destination every day.
Yeah.
Like like you said, if it can go wrong, it will. And that's my life every single fucking day. Why do I need to watch movies about this shit? You know? I didn't know this dropped. Holy shit. Okay.
Final season, they say.
I mean, it's been a good run.
It's been a good run. He's got a point. Is that the Stifler?
Yeah.
That's what you doing, Daddy.
Working that pole got me slick.
Yeah. Damn, BJ.
Yeah.
She's hilarious. I got an ad.
Yeah. Yeah, I got an ad too.
Here's my thing. Sad the show's going away.
Yes.
But I just know that Danny McBride's going to make some banger shit.
Oh,
he just keeps dropping them. Vice principals. Like whenever Eastbound and Down was over, I was like, that's it. We had a good run.
Yeah.
And then he just, another one. He just, again, just came back in with it. Like,
yeah. Hit some of that Hell Hydra, dude. Magazine Dreams.
We got the Jonathan Majors trailer for the movie.
Hell yeah.
He might get nominated for this. Roids. Dude, it's the Chad guy from all the memes.
Yeah.
It's like he's taking care of his old man. There they are. This almost didn't happen. And they had it filmed.
Yeah.
I know that's right. That's a trailer.
Damn.
That looks intense.
Yeah.
Dude, everything's coming out in March.
Yeah.
Wow, really? No ad?
Yeah, for real, right?
Let me bump my quality up on this one.
Yeah, I haven't watched this at all, so I'm excited.
You watched it yet, Trav?
I have not.
Dropped this morning, 7 a.m. That was cool. How good does that look?
Yeah.
The
So it's
color,
all
man.
practical. Yeah.
Wow.
Was that Malkovich?
It was.
Fantastic Four.
Did y'all see that noggin?
Yeah. I mean, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
I gotta add.
Same.
Don't know what it is. It's about red chili powder. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'm like Superman. I want to hold my reservations, but yeah, it looks pretty damn good.
They say it's testing well. Everybody wearing headphones.
Of course. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Motherfucker just kicked 8 people.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. Beating him with that ayahuasca root. Y'all are fucked now. He put his skirt on. Were they at the fair?
I think so.
Ayahuasca.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Ah,
Soon.
in theater.
And scene.
I mean, was he chewing on gum there at the end?
I think so. He's chewing on something.
Heretic?
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
Sounds good to me.
Well, checks on the mail.
The flag is raised.